have our business like a mechanic in the 3D realm, physical realm, up and running by itself, helping the clients we can help. At the same token, we're actually doing something from our soul, our mission, what we're here for.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
It's about that moment when you had this breakthrough, and when do you realize, oh, hold on a minute, I had to stop and I had to do something different because this is not working, and the bad part of this is it's not working and I'm working very hard.
Yeah, actually, this event happened about 3 to 4 years ago, and since I
Wow.
have had soul awakening event. So during that event, my soul is literally awakened. So I
Wow.
got to know my soul mission, soul power, who is my source. I can start to connect with them directly because there's always higher wisdom there. They always giving us the guidance, but because we were so busy pushing, like
Yeah.
we block
Tell me about
out
it.
their guidance.
We all been there.
Yeah, that's right. So since that journey, I work with a spiritual mentor on all the side of my life. Actually, we start from a spiritual realm. We always talk about body, emotion, and soul, right? But we actually go the other way around. We go from soul, emotion, and body because it's actually this way. I didn't know that before
Interesting.
until I really
Oh,
start to
wow.
practice. Yeah, because I try so hard from the physical realm. I learned so much from different coaches, spend a lot of money and trying very hard, try different strategies. I just like what you're saying, like a pushing, but it's something is just not going, breakthrough. So when I started to look at the realm from spiritual, I found out my major life lesson. There are a few things. One thing is I didn't really believe my value enough, right? Because of that, I constantly seeking the external validations. My focus was outer, not inner, which means I was doing something, a lot of things from surface, big campaign and marketing, branding, look fancy, this and that, but I forgot the most important part is to caring about the client. Okay, because of that, my intention, which means my intention wasn't right before. I used to do business like transactions. I see people like a dollar sign, to be honest with you, because I'm a business person, right? But because of that, people can feel it. If something is not from deep from my heart to care, people can feel it. It's like I'm tracing something and pushing them away. At the same token, I didn't feel comfortable either because my soul knows I should come from the other end, not from the fear or desire. It should come from love. So my soul was not comfortable. So I always feel like there's like some blockage there. Before soul awakening, I didn't know what it was. And the third thing is, I think the most important thing is I used to be controlling freak. I think that I rely on my brain and rely on my experience, rely on a lot of things from my past knowledge to think that that's the right way to do. This is good, this is bad, this and that has a lot of judgment, right? Heavily rely on my brain. Then since I had a soul awakening, I start to know that I need to let go of the control. Actually, interestingly, that lesson I learned from a relationship. Because of
Wow.
that, from a relationship, I had a codependency symptom, and then I started to learn why it's like that. So my spiritual mentor mentioned to me, she said, Joanna, if you learn let go of control, it'd be really helpful for your leadership. I didn't know at the time, but since I practice and practice, my whole team has started to become different. So all
Wow.
these elements added to a stage of I started to readjust my intention really truly
Very
from
good.
love, which means I don't look at a dollar sign. Dollar is not our purpose. Basically, it's coming. But when I started from wholeheartedly to care about my clients, care about their problem, wholeheartedly to help them to solve the problem, business just come naturally. And to be honest, I used to try so hard. I'd tell my team and put 5 appointments into my diary, this and that. They try so hard different ways. It just always can't get there, you know? But now
Mhm.
I don't even need to push anymore. I leave my calendar there because my intention is right, my energy is aligned, things just happen magically. Like I connect with Harry, the same thing. It's like a divine timing. When we have this energy alignment, the universe will work it out. I start to learn to surrender. So things happen naturally, effortlessly. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
how I experience.
and I congratulate you, and I agree with everything you're saying. Yeah, difficult path for us entrepreneurs to realize, right? So then you start to think, wow, why this happened? Why I self sabotage myself? Why I did that to myself out of for no reason? Yeah, I should take the money and travel the world and enjoy the after all you do this struggle, this business, then you succeed. Now I want to explore another topic with you, which is that we're very passionate about in this podcast because is you're talking about conscious leadership, but this is something that I'm very passionate about. Yeah, and we talk a lot about in this podcast about make do good and make money at the same time. To with being a conscious entrepreneurs, right? We can do good and make money at the same time. And I can tell that you're very passionate about the topic. Your eyes are shining when I'm talking about this. So tell us how you decided to not also support the entrepreneur to grow the business, but to make sure that there are level of consciousness there which is aligned clearly with your values. So now you want your client have your same values, right? Or how this is work?
Yeah, right. Right.
You want
Because
everybody, you want all your clients to do good and make money at the same time, right?
yeah, for sure. I think it's not easy. I mean, I'm not a mentor or
Yeah.
coach from a spiritual realm, but because I personally experienced that transformation, now I really truly have this
Mm-hmm.
mission and passion to really pass the divine messages out. Because it's like a source respecting everyone's free will. I'll do the same, right? I respect everyone's choice and directions, but I just have this obligation. It's just my inner drive to really share my experience and insights with everyone. And ultimately, it's everyone's own choice. Because I used to choose the other path of the fear and desire, and I felt like I bear my own consequences, to be honest. Because constantly by trying so hard without fulfillment is very painful. It's a suffering. It's a suffering, to be honest. It's not just pain, it's a suffering.
Mm-hmm.
As my spiritual mentor mentioned, pain is inevitable in our life, but suffer is a choice. At that time, I didn't choose. The way made me happy. But now because I switched to love and light, and everything is started to just be so different. So how I help my clients now, actually through a few different stages. The very first step is, yeah. So we are talking about an operations genius, right? We are actually helping business from operation side, and it's more about the energy management than time management because I believe there's yeah energy because to give you example, when I'm in a state of a higher energy vibration, I can do things like this, super effective, super efficient. And let's say if we focus on the genius zone, that's the same thing. We go with the heart flow. It's just so effortlessly. So when I'm actually in a lower vibration, everyone has a up and down, right? We just got to recognize it. And like what Harry said, reflect what's happening to me, respect it, accept it, give myself room to rest and to recharge and to restart. So I follow my energy to do things. So that's very efficient. And
Mm-hmm.
then I share this energy with my clients, right? So and we actually help our clients for four stages. Very first one is we wanted to help them with something really draining their energy. It's like deficit their energy part.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, like, there's a lot of things in our business we're not good at and we don't like to do it. We call it incompetence part. For example,
Mm-hmm.
for myself, when I did exercise, I found out my marketing and IT is my incompetence. I don't really like to do it. I'm not good at it. I straight away delegate that part. So the very first layer we help business owners to recognize there's a few hot potato on the plate is really make them stuck and then they feel draining energy. They hate to do it, but they have to do it. So I will actually take over those tasks away as a very first step. So they feel like there's no leaking anymore. The energy actually can be, sustained. second stage is we actually wanted to build the momentum for the business, right? So we will find that there's certain tasks in our business, either, for example, social media management, for example, CRM management, for example, leads generation program. They are having a momentum. This kind of thing probably won't see the results straight away, but we got to do it constantly. If we do today and do another one next month, it won't work. So this kind of thing, we need to really help business to start to build those little momentum here and there, a few, quite a few different systems to start to run by itself. So business owners started to feel a little bit relieved. Okay, so I'm going for a holiday. That's fine. My social media is still up and running. Like last week, I was actually in Egypt for 10 days retreat. So
Wow.
yeah, and then,
I've
yeah,
been
so with
there.
my
Love
spiritual
it.
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I
with my
haven't been in
spiritual.
Australia though, but over there in Egypt I've been.
That was a wonderful time. I have a
Was it
limited
with
time to
your
touch the business.
spiritual friends? Wow, amazing.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
because this very mythical country, right? With a lot
Yeah,
of mythical,
absolutely. With
yeah,
the gods and
stories.
the yeah, a lot of stories.
That's right. That's
Brilliant.
so much fun. Amazing breakthrough. And then yeah, but my team is handling my social media. The post is coming up, and I got an award actually this year. I just received news as well. I got recognized the Best Business Award as the Company of the Year
Wow.
2025 in Australia. Yeah,
Wow.
so I just
Wow,
yeah, that's big
congratulations.
news. Thank
You're
you.
very
And
good.
I'm
You deserve it. You're very clever. You're brilliant. So,
what I did was, oh, there's a huge, news, but I'm traveling. I'm so happy. I just quickly
yeah.
passed the message to the team, said, please, announce this news, right? And
Mm.
they know what to do. Bang, and then the post is just coming up. So
Amazing
I
what you
can
have
do
it.
my travel.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah, and the
mm-hmm,
business is still up running. We can do as usual. So this is a momentum task, what I'm talking about. And the
mm-hmm.
leads generation is still, the team is generating leads and then outreaching and then the newsletter going out on time. So I don't need to worry about all those things. So that's the
Amazing.
second layer. Yeah. The third layer is once we have actually sorted out the first step, the second step, the third step is really to help business building the systems and processes. Because I
Mm-hmm,
believe
mm-hmm,
when we run a business, it's like a machine. The machine has all its parts started to run, right? So building the system and process is more like building the machine, automatic machine for our business. So we can really truly put ourselves somewhere to do the things we love to do, to give something back to this world while the business is up running. So that's the third layer, building assets, true assets for our business. The last but not the least, because I'm wholeheartedly focusing on my genius, so I constantly become accountability partner to remind the business owner to focus on your genius. A lot of us, we start our business because we have some dream, right? We have a
mm-hmm.
goal. And especially like Harry, you start your podcast, you must be having something like you want to share with this world. Same as
100%.
a lot of business. Yeah, yeah. Same a lot of business owners, like myself as well. Like especially I experienced this whole journey with my business. I found out the true essence behind it. The business itself is like in the playground, we're playing the game. It's not the main thing to ultimately using, we redefine the success, to be honest,
Mm,
but put this way, right? Because the traditional success means probably you earn how much money and what kind of position, whatever it is, it will come. But the true success for me now is really truly live happily every single moment. And when I'm in this kind of state and the zone, I'll become the presence itself to start to share this energy and the message out to create ripple effect. And for
mhm,
me, that's a true success for now. So I
mm,
believe many business owners are actually doing business because of that too. So if
mm,
we imagine if we can have our business like a mechanic in the 3D ROM, physical ROM, up and running by itself, helping the clients we can help. At the same token, we're actually doing something from our soul, our
mm,
mission, what we're here for. How beautiful
mm,
is that? So that's the
mm.
last layer, the last step we want to help our clients to achieve.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.